It's a good day to be a duck, unless you're this guy. The other day when I went out to the farm, this guy looks like he got stuck outside. I'm not entirely sure why. He didn't seem to be able to walk or get up the ramp. At first I thought maybe it was a niacin deficiency because that happens in ducks. But none of the other ducks were experiencing symptoms of it. All the other ducks were fine and they all eat the same food. So I think it may be worms. It's possible that he's got, it's called gape worm, which infects their trachea, makes it hard to breathe, and then obviously they don't want to do anything. So I am headed to Tractor Supply right now to see if I can find some kind of treatment for gape worms or just parasites generally. I also need to get some gas while I'm going. Whew. All right, let's go.
For your favorite products, check out Speedy Deals for exclusive in-app offers tailored just for you. Download our app.
Firstly, Morgan from Goldshaw Farm, you'll be happy to know that my local Tractor Supply here in Ohio has switched back to the brooder tanks. They're not using those towers anymore. So it looks like they're doing it everywhere, not just in your neighborhood. So I think that my duck may have worms. There aren't a lot of treatments that are approved for ducks. And so you have to pick from these off-use things, you know. So your ivermectin is a pretty well-known wormer, and it seems to be pretty safe, but again, it's not approved for use in duck. I went with, this is an equine wormer, fenbendazole, and it's supposed to be really good against gape worms, which I think is what we're dealing with, but it's a broad spectrum wormer, so it'll only take a little bit, a few days of this. Hopefully everything will be fine as long as the duck keeps eating. That's the thing I'm worried about. It wasn't really excited to eat this morning, so I'm gonna head back home. Gonna give the duck some worm treat. How are you feeling today, Tomo? Yeah. Let's go outside and check on all of my seedlings, see how they are doing. It's been pretty cold since I planted all of these. I've got in total 24 flats, and most of them are lettuce. I think 12 out of the 24 are lettuce, and most of those have sprouted. They're doing pretty good. Some of the cooler season brassicas, like my mustards, kale, those are sprouting as well as my tray of cress, which is an experiment for one of my customers. I accidentally spilled a bunch of seed when I was planting my mustard, so those ones I'm going to be growing some microgreens, and then I'll thin them out as they start to sprout. I had to move all of my tomatoes and stuff inside because it was going to get cold, and so I actually took them down to the aquaponics system, which I'm not using right now because I'm going to be building a new one, and I literally just floated them on the rafts so that they could use the lights that I have set up down there. The stuff that I have in my garden in my backyard is doing pretty good. Once I go out to the farm later, I will show you what my garden beds out there look like. Generally, my garlic is looking absolutely fantastic. I'm super excited for that. I did plant some onions, and they're just now starting to sprout. I've got some leaf lettuce, some spinach, and a couple larger plants like some mustard and kale. Unfortunately, my beans did get torched by the freeze we had last week. Squirrel was getting in my bed and pulled up one of my radishes, so I'm gonna do a little taste test. I wish there was some kind of market for really, really tiny vegetables because I seem to grow them a whole heck of a lot. But tiny little radish, here we go. Oh, did you want some? Did you want some radish? No, you really don't, trust me. It's good. It tastes like it's been raining for the last 3 days. Like it's got a really a lot of water in this radish. Here I was sitting at home waiting for my aquaponic raft delivery that they told me would be here between 10 and 2. It's 2 o'clock and they weren't here, so I called them. Apparently they're not delivering today. Apparently they were supposed to call me and tell me, and I just wasted 4 hours of my life waiting around for them. So anyway, I'm headed out to the farm. We're gonna go check on the ducks. I'll show you the progress on my beds. Let's go. Welcome to the farm. It's not a whole lot to look at, and frankly it's pretty cold and flooded today. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on my boots. So it's been raining nonstop for like the last 5 days, which absolutely sucks a lot. And so as you can see, I mean, it's nothing but water right now. The soil here is a lot of clay. It's very dense, and so it doesn't really drain very well. And we've just been getting nothing but rain for like the last week or so. So I'm gonna let the birds out of the coop, let them play around in the water, and I'll show you some video of that. Hi guys, how we doing? How are we? Is everybody doing okay? I knew when I bought this land that there was gonna be a lot of water. Kind of lower lying, and it has a creek that runs through it. So what you're looking at here is about half of the lot where the greenhouse is going to end up going. As you can see, the other half is now a pond. We can't do anything until it stops raining long enough for this to dry out, which honestly, I don't know how it will. A lot of the issue is that there is no ground cover. There's nothing to suck up this water anymore. We took down a lot of trees to build this farm, really small ones. Once this place gets a little more established, we get some plant life back in here, I don't think the issue will be as bad. Spent a couple hours last weekend building some raised beds, and if you look at them now, the walkways do have some standing water in them, but the beds themselves are actually pretty pleasant. 3 days ago, these beds were planted. I've got lettuce, arugula, some mustard, some spinach, some radishes, carrots, random cow bones. Yep, my dirt had cow bones in it for some reason. It's good dirt, I guess. These beds that you're seeing here are about 260 feet of bed space. Everything that's over in this direction, everything over there is going to become beds, and we're gonna have almost 3,000 feet of bed space. On the driveway here, if it ever gets finished, is going to be my greenhouse, 2,500 square foot. It's gonna have a great aquaponic system with 6,000 gallons of water in it. That's gonna be the centerpiece of the farm, and that's what's gonna keep me going year round. That looks like it might be some arugula sprouting up there. Things are definitely sprouting, and that makes me really excited. I just hope that it stops raining. We need some sun now, and frankly, I don't know how much more we can take. You can see we're getting pretty close to flooding these beds, which would not be good. Everything here needs a ton of work, and we're just getting started, obviously. I've only been doing this for 3 days now, so it should be fun. Oh, I got a chicken out. Hey, what are you doing? Get back in there. You're not allowed out here. You're not allowed out here. You're not allowed out here. Go under. You went under to get out. Go under to get in. There you go. Dang it. So that's the farm right now. It's not a whole lot. It's really early in the beginning stages, and there really isn't much for me to show you, but coming soon, a greenhouse, more beds, a bigger space for my ducks, and hopefully a livestock guardian dog. There's a ton planned, and my first market is a little under 4 weeks away, so we got to get growing. Thank you so much for watching. My name's Alex from Moon Farm. I hope to see you again next time.